Coming in hot. Coming in like all the cayenne that I put in my falafel that I didn't mean to.
Put in too much?
Yeah. So there was the recipe called for paprika and cayenne,
Yes.
but it was supposed to be like a tablespoon of paprika and a half teaspoon of cayenne.
Yes.
But I got the bottles mixed up because they're both like
They're both red powders in a
spices
small
and in the same
bottle. Yeah.
yeah. And I was like above. I was looking at them from above, so I couldn't see the labels. And then yeah. Anyway.
Well, I don't like paprika, so I think I would like the super cayenne falafel better.
It was. I mean, you can't just eat it like a regular falafel, but I thought it was really, really good. So.
I'm a hater of paprika. I don't dislike
really?
it,
Okay.
and here's why. I don't see the point. It just there's not a lot. There's not a lot of substance to paprika.
That's mostly kind of true.
It's mostly for color.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's
so just like red sand, you can eat.
Yeah. Well, I really like it on deviled eggs. I think that paprika adds a lot to the deviled egg.
But imagine this: deviled egg. Put some devil in that deviled egg by putting the cayenne on the deviled egg.
Put the cayenne. I mean, I would love it.
I would love that.
But you can't use as much.
You can't use as much.
I don't. Well, I guess you could
you
if you
could.
want to be like me and my mistaken falafel. So you had told us of a discovery. I hit specifically.
I hit the start button and the game is lagging. Yes, we're back in Foglast. Because we missed a lot of stuff here, and the first thing we missed was this. I had noted that this statue looked like a chest, and that is because it is a chest.
What? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell that. Oh my god, what's the looped dome?
The looped dome. Minus 25 speed, plus 50 flesh, will, prevents squeezed and dissolute status. So you will go last.
Wow.
But you get some pepper for it.
You still get an action in the turn. I don't think speed is that important in these games if you get that much out of it, you know?
And the next thing we will do is go this way. I solved the mystery of the ooze.
Okay, excellent. Oh, please help.
We gotta go down.
Shit.
We gotta go down.
Oh, that was purposeful then?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to go.
I really do not like the platforming in this. I think I've said that, but
yeah,
I reiterate.
I kind of like jets. I like the jets.
I think it would be very cool to look at optimized, but I think like getting there is a hell of a thing.
So I think I need to go. Yeah, I need to go over here.
What if Mario had the Luigi missile?
What if Mario was Chris Pratt? Mario would be bad. So we need to go in here.
Two things I hate a lot: Nintendo and fucking transphobes.
Do you see what I see?
Oh, that is a hint. That's some banana pathing if I ever saw it.
Yes. You kind of.
How are you supposed to? Oh my god.
You just kind of wiggle up to get the bone, and when you do, there is a secret passage. This is an old video game type secret. This is like castle. The castle where Galoof's friend lives, the hylemxylem man, where you get the. There's lots of treasures hidden there. It's like an old Zazat. That's his name. I've seen that man die so many times, and I don't even remember his name.
I think for the rest of my life, anytime I'm tempted to play Final Fantasy V, I'm gonna boot up Bravely Second instead.
That seems like a curse.
Are you kidding me? With what I've been through with Final Fantasy V? No, sir.
I still think it might be a curse.
Well, yes, but one I tolerate.
So we're gonna save here, because this jump is annoying. Have I done it already? Nope. The coins are a trap. You don't want the coins.
You don't want the... Oh, wow.
Or...
How rude.
This is why I made the save. I think it's this one I just saved at. Yes. You want to be like over to the left or right. If you line up perfectly.
Final Fantasy V.
This jump's very annoying, but you can get up there. And it's intentional. I think the coins are supposed to Mario you there. Maybe I want to be on the left. But I know if you line up with the coins, it becomes harder. Yeah, you go on the left.
Okay.
And we have this guy to fight.
There's even an enemy? Jeez. What is the idea?
Get some slap! And this is a hard fight, I think.
Yeah, we got the pool master, whatever the hell.
The pool
main, Pulamon, yeah.
Pulamon. Let's toast him.
Let's show Pulamon his Waterloo. I made that joke last time, but I think it's still good, so I'm gonna make it again.
The guy in the center is actually probably the most dangerous, because our boy is already almost dead. So let's charge lightning him.
Sounds good to me. He's getting lambasted. Desdemone.
Desdemone is dead.
Well, good night.
Let's disillude to make him weaker. And Some Snosa is going to charge Wave Artifice, as she is wont to do.
These sound like good gestures to perform.
I love a good gesture.
Glaive arc. Post dog. We haven't touched the post dog, so it's not enraged yet. I guess what kind of gets me about the notional Final Fantasy V playthrough of a Fiesta, which is like the only way I would play it anymore, right?
Charged lightning can apply burn.
That's incredible.
I didn't burn that guy, right?
No, only you used CRISPR on the Pulamon.
Let's go ahead and get him crispy. And then the Wave Artifice should get things going. It'll make the post dog angry, but I can deal with that when I deal with it. Or it'll make him dead. He was the only one left, so he got hit by all three bonus
he got
hits.
All the extras.
Yeah.
Okay, that would do it. Well, it only cost us Desdemone's life, so that's probably worth it.
Life is cheap. And there's a bunch of worms over here. Plus, I think
my God.
We have defeated every enemy, I believe, now. Yes, that is how you hit the switch, and our prize is going to be worth it, actually.
Maybe that's why everything seemed to have this dramatic spike in difficulty.
Yeah, this feels this feels like
hadn't gotten the good stuff.
Yeah. Maybe we missed a secret sword, but you can come over here and get the cursed gloves.
Yeah. Cursed gloves? All right. Maybe they should have been sealed away. What if we get cursed?
So last time we got the Link Mollusk.
Yes.
Users
I don't know that we learned what it did.
Users' negative statuses are applied to all enemies.
Oh.
I believe that is going to work with the cursed gloves, which power plus 24, wearer is afflicted by vulnerability and burning.
Oh my God.
So
Alright.
So it makes you weak, but it gives you much more power, like 24 from 18, so 6 more power.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of how the scaling works in this game. It's all plus 6s.
Plus, what it gets you is, I think it's just sets up your Link Mollusk. So
we can find out, right?
Yeah, we could find out.
That's easy enough.
And Pongorma seems the natural choice for it because of his... Like, you can kind of stack all his damage into one big move. So, like, he benefits the most from power. Either him or some Snosa is the lightning.
I would if it's going to be a matter of like offloading our curses, I would actually want him to have speed.
Yeah, so you wouldn't
Like,
want the link
make sure
dome.
that happens soon.
Whoop,
Yeah,
whoop,
yeah.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I know. He's stuck.
We're not done yet, though.
Really?
We are not yet done. There are still yet more
God.
secrets in this place. And to do so, I need to remember how to get to the place where we started at. The, up on the roof.
Hmm. Oh, well, that's like...
I need to find the bridge.
You have to go through the whole place.
If I can find the bridge, we're basically there, which might be through here. I know if I jump up and around, I can get to the bridge. Which, if you can just jump anywhere that's yellow, you can just kind of wiggle your way up. It's easier to do over here.
Is the soundtrack like playing twice over itself? Or is
Oh,
that just how it sounds?
No, I know what it is.
What it started to trip me out there.
No, what happened was, for once, the game decided to stream normally. So you're getting the stream audio, but I had set up voice meter expecting it to not do audio. Is it better now?
Oh, yes.
So
it is no longer double playing out of sync. Good.
No, this is how you get
I mean, it's understandable, right? That it was a genuine question from me to you that, like, does this game suddenly do that?
Yeah.
Did they just decide to, like, start stacking the audio tracks for no reason?
No, it was because I had done overwork. I had over-prepared.
Hmm. Which is fine. I mean...
Easily reversible
Yeah,
easily reversible overwork is preferable to underwork. Yeah, if we go up here, we'll get to the ladder.
Ah, good.
And we can...
Yes. We're done with the former, and we're moving on to the latter.
Okay.
Okay. This is the very top.
The very top. We had gone down... This gets you up to the roof, which is where we started the stream. We want to go down here.
Down?
Yeah.
Here?
There's more there's more stuff down here.
Oh. Because this just looked like a dark pit, right?
Yeah,
like...
we had to come down here earlier because it was there was a field.
Yeah.
And I think we had discovered this. There was like a there was a thing down here. But what we didn't do was go down this hole.
That's a hole? Oh my god. This video game, I tell you.
Get a coffee chip.
Oh.
What do we do now? Oh! If you come over here, a path reveals itself to you.
Hmm. Alright. Alright, path.
Which we've kind of seen this before. Well, that time it was telegraphed. Okay, this is a dead end.
Okay.
And the reason I saved earlier is because unlike the last time you can fall off here, you lose yourself in the maze. So I got this far. I don't know what's beyond to this point. So I got to the secret maze and said, okay, we'll start off at the secret maze next time.
Okay.
Oh, there's a stairs.
Ooh. Have we here indeed?
Not a hater. Wow, look at this.
Hello.
Look at this dude.
Yeah.
He looks like he's made out of
going all out.
There was a 1990s to early aughts Nickelodeon toy that was like glue mixed with foam beads.
Floam?
Floam. Maybe it's just the dithering, but this guy looks like he's made of floam.
I kind of hate that I knew that.
You're not the only one. Crab Meats also knew what floam was. And in my brain, I knew what floam was. I just couldn't think of the word for it.
Good. That means that once again, chat is fucking up on me. How do I get the chat to actually show what it is? Like,
I just go to.
Is there a feature for that? Like, I swear to God, it just disconnects me for no reason.
You're on one of the disconnect user lists. You got sent to that gulag for showing your butt on stream. Let's talk to this guy. A Sage!
Wait, is that real?
No, it is not real.
Oh.
I was about to type Floam, but then Kaz said it, and then my water bottle fell over and hit 0 and enter. The water was trying to stop you. But a Sage! Remember the Sages? We had Sages last time.
There was the Sage of Brains, the Sage of Dreams, and the Sage of...
Bones, I think.
Bones? Was it Bones or Meat?
You might have...
Because Bones was... Oh, I don't know.
We got a Sage token. And we got a Bottomless Juice. In the presence of the 3 tokens, the Monitor of Ancients shall power on.
No.
A great gesture may oppose Gibby, but accretion place it beyond our reach and embolden his agents as they seek reconstitution.
Oh, so we're not going to be able to defeat Giddy without the other tokens.
Perhaps.
So we actually got another quest. That's quite something.
Bottomless Juice restores 100 will and removes burning. It is reusable.
Hell yes.
How does that compare to juice? It's just better juice.
So instead of 24 uses of this crappy juice, we have unlimited uses of this awesome juice.
We need to go turn in our antennas. Is there anything else here?
That buffs up our
charge.
Our charge.
Yeah, which we like charge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So...
Down I go.
I'm pretty tempted to just look up where the other sages are. But... You know, I would understand not wanting to just do that first thing.
We probably will. What I'll probably do is look up what areas they are in, rather than flat look up their locations.
Well, in that case, that is something that I can prevent you from obtaining too much knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do.
But anyway, I think we're done here. So let's go. I want to go board my airship. And...
Oh, good. It's difficult to look up. All right. Thanks, GameFAQs, for nothing.
Yeah, this game, not the most well documented, I wouldn't imagine. Although, I did have some fun recently. There was a thing on Steam telling me... Okay. Of course,
there's a video. I'm not going to want to watch a 5-minute video about it. Come on.
There was a thing... I'm just going to use the... First, I'm going to save... And then I'm going to use the mini crystal to return to our original star. That'll take me to Wayne House. This is a safe usage of the mini crystal.
Well, good. I'm glad there was a safe usage.
Yeah, so the mini crystal can either destroy you or be of help. Actually, how much meat do I have? 12. I'll hold off on. Let's just go get our airship. I had a thought, and I think I might have destroyed it on accident. But now I gotta remember where TV Island was. Somewhere only accessible by airship. And the airship music is so good. Was this TV Island? Let's save.
Okay, I know the locations of the other sages.
Yes.
One of them is in New Moldal.
Ah, I'm going to guess there is a secret of the key we have not solved.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, the third one is in a location I don't know that we've been to.
Just tell me the name.
The location is called the Sage Labyrinth.
I don't think we've been to the Sage Labyrinth yet. Okay, I've never been here before, but this looks like a bonus area, which may in fact be the Sage Labyrinth.
Ah, well, all right.
I'm just going to
Good
die.
talk.
Oh, I need to get back to my airship, please.
Okay. Now that I've binged that, I'm going to bing Twitch chat disconnect.
I'm just going to load.
Why does my Twitch chat keep disconnecting? BoardGamesTips.com/popular.
We have time to look this stuff up because I'm going to be dicking around looking for TV Island for a while.
Uncle Phil, you got to kick that man's butt.
Thank you for the resub, QB.
Could be an issue with my router or ISP.
That is what Shabadoo in the chat intimated was his problem.
Hmm.
But this looks like a TV Island.
This is kind of thin soup. This is, instead of like, you know, a single problem and describing it in length, this is like 17 different popular problems, and it's like, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I hate.
Good, I have a popular problem.
This looks like a TV Island to me.
Oh yeah, it has the big antenna for sure.
Yeah, this game has an airship, and it's cool as hell. The music
flying around in the airship is just, it's vibing.
It's music. You can go in and talk to your party members. You talk with Desdemulin will give you like a hint, and then Pongorma will say like something, and then you'll just hang out with some Snoosa and like talk about fashion.
The other two just like shoot the shit. It's pretty good.
I think this is learning charge. I have to go on the roof to attach my antennas to the antenna.
Yeah.
That's right.
I really don't think that any JRPG can survive having a bad soundtrack. I think they all need good ones. And like most of them nail it.
I can
think of one with like
a lot of the Tales games have really boring soundtracks. They're like okay, they're not good, they're not bad. They're like they're by our old buddy Motoi Sakuraba, who we know for being the Dark Souls composer. But a lot of the music in the Dark Souls game is just kind of there. Except for Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, right? Which is...
No. See, Dark Souls music is definitely cheating, because if you get like commissioned to like, oh, you got to do the soundtrack for Dark Souls, you just start like leaning back and it's like, yes, I'm going to compose 3 tracks. It's like most of the time there's nothing there, right?
Yeah, there's the music at Firelink, the nameless song. You get one song for each boss, Firelink. And then you're done. But Motoi Sakuraba is a very skilled pianist and very good pianist composer. He's made several pretty good albums of just like single player piano music that I think he might do with his wife.
Which, I mean, he's got to be good at it, because like Gwyn, Lord of Cinder still doesn't piss me off, and I fucking hate the piano.
Ooh, you hate the piano.
I do. Like, especially if the piano is the only thing there. I'm just out of it. I'm like, no, I can't stand listening to piano alone.
What about harpsichord?
Absolutely, yes. I will listen to anything that has a harpsichord.
Okay,
or just straight harpsichord.
The problem with the piano is it is too technologically advanced. We need a cruder piano.
You're right. I'm a Luddite when it comes.
You're a piano Luddite, and you know what? I'm not
piano
gonna
Luddite.
blame you for that. That's a thing you can be.
I feel like piano Luddite would be an enemy in this game.
Yeah.
You just run into me, and it's like, oh.
Wait, have I been in that hole? I have to have been in this hole, right?
I think you've been in that hole, yeah. But your intuition is correct. We are looking for a hole.
Yeah, I've been in. Oh, have I been in? Yeah, I've been. There's
overturned pots that are full of intestines. We've definitely
yeah.
been there.
So my next guess would be that there's the mines. There might be a secret location in the mines, which I think we can get to from the tea house, which is this. There might be something down here. But everybody's hylemxylemed now.
Hmm.
Not-
Yeah, they got.
Not that
They
they
got
were
the,
yeah, they're made to beat monsters, and not that they were ever made a lot of sense anyways. There was stuff down here, and we did get it. Either that or oh, I found a bone. There was a bone in this pool that I missed last time. Yeah, we pressed this button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't think there's a hole here. Then I'm going to think the hole may be outside. Because it's got to be related. Our problem has to be related to... We knew there was a thing in Moldol that we had not accessed yet. And I had posited that because one door said it's locked and the other door says not locked from this side.
Yeah.
It made me think that there had to be an alternate way to enter.
Well, don't we just have the key to the locked door?
No. There's another one. There was a locked door key we had, but it was to open the... There was a TV in it with CRISPR. I think that's where we got Soul CRISPR, but like this door.
Mm-hmm.
Need upper house key.
Upper house key. I see. Huh.
Wait a second. Yeah, that brings me down here. But I just saw something with my eyes that I had not yet seen, which was over here actually. If we go over here, we go to the right. There's a thing up there.
Oh, that's probably just like the other side of that door, right?
Yeah, that may very well be the case.
Hmm.
I'll do this for a few minutes and then give up and go do whatever. I may do face rubbing off stream again. Although it didn't take that long to find it. Wait a second. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Just was not watching where my shadow was.
Hmm.
I'm going too far, because, yeah, the shadow spawns on the ground no matter, even if the ground is on camera or not. Which it probably shouldn't. Yeah?
Oh, no, I might have lied to you.
Oh.
Because this guide that I'm viewing is poorly arranged.
Oh ho!
Last. We actually want Paradillo.
Paradillo. I do not think we've encountered a Paradillo before.
Really?
Don't think so.
Because this is saying it's the place that had the arcade and the prison.
We have... Oh, we've encountered the prison. There was an arcade there? Oh, yeah, the arcade mode.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you get the thing in New Moldal? This is up towards the airship.
Don't know. Because it's like I'm reading the rest of it, and it's like, yeah, and after you do that, you go fight Vuax, and I'm like, what? You don't fight Vuax in a fucking town. Are you out of your mind?
Hmm.
But no, it's just that whoever made this guide doesn't know how to properly create chapter breaks or area transitions or organize things generally. And so I got tricked.
You were tricked. A foul move.
Guess I can go back to thinking about the harpsichord again.
Yeah, but this door... Okay. There's one of two options. Either we find the house key somewhere,
Yeah, the upper house key.
and that lets us in that room, which eventually comes out of here. Or there's a hole we fall into.
Wait, okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let's think about holes for a second.
I'm thinking about holes.
Back down the stairs. I want to try one little thing because it looks vaguely like a hole.
Yeah.
Just stand above the door on the area above the door. Okay. Yeah. So, do you see that? No. Back to your right a little bit. That thing that looks like a shadow, kind of a little bit down, a little bit to your right. Could that be a hole? Yeah. Yep. Oh.
It's just behind the building.
I wish I could just paint on your screen because from my perspective, it looks like a little divot that might be leading down. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's like this thing here.
Just to your left, actually. Yeah. But that isn't okay. Never mind then. Yeah, if that weren't a hole, then that's fine.
Let's go explore that weird thing I found. It had a key on it, so maybe that's the upper room key. But you also said that there was something in
Paradillo is what this guide called the location. So
well, then let us look there.
I like that Oregon Fort is an item, but things called Paradillo is a place. Like, what can you even do?
I don't think I can even... Can I even take the airship to Paradillo? I think I just have to rocket myself across. It's like... There was...
Yeah, I mean, failing everything else, we can just die, and there's probably a convenient warp, right?
Yeah. So I think this was the spot with the arcade and the prison, where we freed the king guy.
Yeah, probably.
I found a divot.
Not deep enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm looking for a hole.
Hardly deep enough to be worthy of a sage, who themselves are supposed to be pretty deep, right? Like,
yeah, I think
that's why they hide in holes.
Yeah, if I go to the boat will take me to the... The boat is the surest way to find the prison. Yeah, because that takes me right here. Oh no, I saw what I definitely saw it. There was all the other prisons had a red line at the edge of their place, except that one.
Ha!
Which lets you know that it was a hole.
Oh my god. Alright, well...
Let's waste these losers.
Yeah, just...
You shall die. In fact, I'm just gonna have Pongorma fucking light him up.
Holy crap. Hyper beam.
Ugh. Hyper beam's pretty good.
Out of my face.
We're getting some. We're gonna get some bones. We're gonna get some meat.
Oh, wait, I didn't see us burning and whatever else.
Oh, it's because I didn't equip it.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't equip the cursed glove.
The cursed glove. Well, hardly matters here. Let's
Yeah, we're just gonna beat some ass because we didn't get the slap bonus this time. Kill Simulfog first, then we can go after the feral Hydra stat. And the little Tyros.
We've been fighting them since the beginning of the game.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in a while. We're coming back to them with their undulations.
There was one of them that ran away once, and none of the rest of them ever did afterward. That's kind of wild.
Getting meat, getting antennas. It's kind of how this game levels you up. I hope there's a cup back here. Okay, there's a thing up. And a hole.
Trampoline.
Let's go in the trampoline before we go in the hole.
Yeah, that seems more easily reversible, right? Like, we can usually count on gravity to get us back down places.
There's a TV. I have to watch TV on the trampoline.
That seems like a bad idea. Oh, it's a butt. It's a nut. It's a butt again.
Time sigil.
Time sigil.
The nut butt is time sigil. Damages and inflicts lagging on target for 3 turns, causing it to act last and sleep when the effect inspires normally. Bosses can't be sleeped. Okay. So we got turbo slow. It slows you and then puts you to sleep.
That's kind of nasty.
And damages you. Okay.
Well,
bosses can't be sleeped, but that implies they can be lagging. Slow is perhaps the bet. Oop, tube.
Oh, in the tube. All right.
There wasn't a sage down there.
Indeed not. And that didn't look like what I was looking at in the guide. Cool, I guess, right? We found stuff.
Let's look at the other prison rooms. But you see what I mean, right? Like...
Yeah. I saw that. The rest of my stuff behind. Okay, let's see.
Give me a... since we've already got the guide open, just go ahead and tell me.
Oh man, this is so, like, atomized.
Just, like, look for the word token.
Arcade number... Yeah, but it's like... It's like, now you can grab the tower key, go past the banana. Like, we've already collected the goddamn banana. I can't use that as a, as a thing anymore, right?
Well, here is where the arcade was.
Starting at the arcade would be good, actually. I think I can guide us from there. Let's see.
There's a lot of darkness here. Yeah, we are at the arcade.
Okay. Okay. Platform. They did take the banana and exit. Okay, so after exiting the arcade, it says you can now grab the tower key.
Yes. I believe.
Oh shit. Oh no. Hold on. Go back into the arcade. I think you might have to do the arcade again too.
Okay.
Because apparently the upper house key is in that.
Oh, okay. There was stuff we didn't do in the arcade.
Yeah, let's see. It says go left first. Well, it's well, all right. That's what we want to get. Try to get that.
We get this Toe Jam and Earl music. Oh, also, we're going to do this. We are God mode.
Yep, that is accurate for what we want out of this experience, I think.
Well, I have infinite dash. We did this fair and square once.
Hmm.
Oh, and the bones you've already collected are. I think I one-shot that thing too. The bones you've already collected are. It's that kind of coin thing.
Oh, it's a ghost coin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't get to collect it again, but you get to know where it was for pathing.
Oh my god, really?
Oh no.
I fell into a deadly trap.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. While you're doing that, I'm gonna try to look up the rest of the way to what we actually want to get to. Let's see. Okay, so if you remember where the paper cup was at the top of this area, we kind of want to get to that.
I touched lava.
I guess God mode doesn't help us there.
Yeah. We get to hear Wayne suffer. Okay, I don't really remember where the paper cup was, but
Yeah, it says that it was at the.
is it in the arcade or not?
After jumping, it's not in the arcade.
Okay, so
It says after the arcade, we will exit the room and ascend the area.
Okay.
And at the top, there's a coin and a cookie. Open the locked door with the tower key. Yeah. So we want to go past a door that we've already opened.
should probably look to see where the lava. Oh, I can just. Nope.
Oh no.
I have to go up and over.
Dang.
I can just become red as much as I want. This game likes its secrets.
Yeah. I don't know how into that I am.
This is the kind of thing where if your double jump were like 25% higher, it would be fine.
That looks a little janky.
I don't know if I can get higher height than this.
Hmm. Do you need higher height? Don't you have a bunch of dashes?
Well, like that yellow bar over there. Oh, I mean, that was. Oh, I can just hold it. I don't have to mash it. That changes things. So where's the key at?
I think it's to our right a little bit.
I think it could be even
It's
be
below it for
yeah,
sure.
it's below us for sure.
Yeah,
Aha.
yeah, hole with coins. This is good. Yes. All right, good. Now we need to get the fuck out of here somehow.
Heinous leave.
Exit minigame. I like that. All right. That's one mystery down.
It's one mystery down.
But yeah, now we want to just like ascend the area as if we were going through it like naturally.
Okay. Let me see if... Upper house key. Key to an elevated house in New Moldal. Yeah, so we would get the tower key from that. And we would
Yes.
follow the cable back out. And we would go to the tower. So is there a hole in the tower we missed?
There is a hole in the tower.
Well, let us find
But
it.
I think at that time we were not looking for holes.
Yeah, we weren't.
We might even have been suspicious of holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am kind of glad I looked this. That was definitely the tower key, please. I am kind of glad I looked this up because I would not have ever thought, let's go back in that stupid minigame.
So is this the hole?
This is the hole, but we're supposed to make note of the flower arrangement.
Oh!
See how they're popping up?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I have it committed to memory. So let's drop in.
Okay, I took a screenshot.
Oh, well, that's another way to commit it to memory. All right. So, drop in that hole also.
Hole droppers! Oh, I think this took us back.
Oh, did it? Huh. Wait a minute. Okay. Reading. Let's see. And the plant arrangement. Hold in. The ramp. Oh.
This hole.
Wrong hole. That hole.
I found the hole.
We found the good hole. All right. And now we have to pick the hole that matches the flower arrangement, which
I have opened the screenshot.
Yeah, the one to our left looks wrong, and they're going to change as we get closer to them, so you get to like pick that way.
That's not quite it.
Nope. Boy, there are a lot of them. They really didn't want you solving this casually, huh?
Wait. No.
Oh, it doesn't have any at all. Many of them have none. What the heck? Flowers, where did you go? Oop, wait, the one below you. Get,
yes.
From below.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is the
Nailed
hole.
it. Ooh, baby. I nailed it without a screenshot. How about that?
You're the master.
I am the I'm the whole master.
You're the hole master. Kaz hole master.
The whole nailer. Ooh.
Well, it's, I found a multi-juice.
Do we even need a second one of those? I thought we had the infinite juice already.
Ah, there we go. I had to jump to speak to him.
He's up high.
Oh,
Grant you my boons.
The multi-juice targets multiple people, so it still has value.
The infinite juice is a single target.
Got converter worm.
Okay.
Let us look at the converter worm.
That's those two. So the 2 tokens down. I got the one with the bottomless juice.
Oh my god, is converter worm a garb? Will plus 50. Depletes flesh by 5% each turn. Restores will by 10% each turn.
Holy smokes.
That's pretty good.
That's quite good. Because we have powerful healing items for flesh, but
Yeah.
kind of not for will.
So we will definitely be we'll definitely make use of the converter worm. What is converter worm described as? Nothing. Organ fort specifically tells you on days like these you wish you had an organ fort.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, and this looks like hell or the afterlife because of the pink sea.
Okay.
Let's throw ourselves into the pink sea.
Well, we definitely have something to do in New Moldal now that we have that key. But the other area that we want to check out is the drill site.
The drill site.
Mm-hmm.
Is that here or where is it at?
Also in New Moldal.
Oh, that's the hole. Yeah, we were there. We can go there again.
Good.
We get to turn in our poultry meat. As we fought some monsters.
What kind of sandwich can you make from poultry meat?
You know, turkey, chicken.
Is that like the Spam version of turkey? Or do they have a Spam version of turkey? That must exist, right? Now I'm gonna look it up.
It probably exists. Turkey is a very cheap meat.
Really?
Yeah. It's because the turnover time for turkeys is like a lot of poultry, pretty low. Getting a nice big broiler for Thanksgiving, that can be expensive. But just getting the meat to process, not hard.
There's just plain old Spam turkey. I don't know why I didn't think that was a thing. Oh well.
Normal Spam has to be pork. So yeah, here's the... I think this is the drill site. This is the mining operation.
Yeah, probably.
So what was here?
There should be somewhere where we can use the skull bomb.
Oh. This might not actually be the drill site. Spam has to... Yep.
You might have to talk to somebody, because it says hand the bomb over to the head honcho.
Yeah, but they're all hylemxylemed. And I don't think you could get the skull bomb before that, right?
Correct.
We got the skull bomb in the... Okay, let's go do the thing we know we can do first.
Yeah.
Which is we can make usage of the upper house key, which we could have had a long time ago. I just didn't go left.
Okay, upper house key at long last.
My passion, it's combining comestibles for more efficient users. Give 4 coffee, get 1 multi-coffee. Give 4 juice, get 1 multi-juice. Give 4 soul sponge, get 4 multi-soul sponge. Give nothing, get nothing.
See.
Well, let's convert all our juice into multi-juice. Because we have the infinite juice now.
That's true.
I should be able to get 6 of them. Was that 5 or 6? That was 6. Okay.
Well, and we can steal his money. Oh no.
I saw that. Let us return.
The side shoot.
We have been tantalized. Personally, I don't mind being tantalized. Yeah.
Honestly, I think the tantalizing part of this was the door locked from the inside that we discovered hours and hours ago.
I'm just gonna... Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Treasure! Golden treasure! Material mitts and faded poncho. We got... Weighted handwares such as deployed at the conflicts of... Okay. So these are... We could have got these a long time ago. So they're... The faded poncho is pretty good, though.
Well, good.
And now it is open.
Yep, and now that's mystery solved. So the drill site might be like on this continent rather than in this town.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being at a place that was like a drill site, but it looked like a bunch of people were around, right? And like in a pit.
What if I do this? Okay, I think it's on this island. Yes. I think I found the same guide you did.
Mm-hmm.
Let's walk back into town.
And away we go. Hop, 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 hop.
That looks like our crane. You would have a crane at a dig site. Yeah, we've never been here before. I remember asking, do you want to tool around or do the thing? And you're like, just do the thing. So we left.
Well,
but you were right.
I think I was still right.
I believe you were also right.
I still regret it a little. It's fine. No time for regrets.
It's probably fine.
Only actions.
Did we get the will bonus? I didn't think so. No, we definitely did. So
yeah,
let's spin
yeah,
it.
you're sparkling. No, well, you're sparkling because you're clean.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
These enemies have a lot of health, so if we had come here early, we would have gotten our ass kicked.
We don't have to be shy about our multi-juice either, I don't think.
Yeah, we can just blow our shit. In fact, that makes Pungorma a lot better, because one of his big problems was not having a lot of will. Okay. Deploys cookie. In fact, let's get a little bit of bottomless juice out of the way. Okay, he's dead.
VoIP.
Wow. I'm glad that we found a use for our juice after we obviated it.
Got the infinite juice, yeah. Pretty slick.
Man, music is doing something.
What if we made one long, low power chord?
Banana. Cannot go there. I'm sure if I throw myself into the sea, I will wash back up here, yeah. So there is a...
Wait, can you jump over the sea?
I can.
Ew. Huh.
But to what end?
Yeah, fat lot of good that it did us. Alright, well... Goodbye.
The cable is going that way, and the game has trained us to follow cables.
Yeah.
But none of the cardinal directions appear to go anywhere.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Here's a thought.
Yes.
This could be the output of that cable.
This
And
could
the cable will drain the sea.
This could be, in fact, the way things are. So let us go up.
Yeah.
The Galliforms are back.
If we enter that cave from the back.
Do not enter the cave from the back.
Ah, well. It's one of my instincts. I've gone and died to heaven. It's one of the lesser remembered, very good lines from that particular Metroid ROM hack. Dang, I can't remember which one that was. Banana. Next to a banana-shaped cliff. Goodness.
We will have to return. Oh. But
Well, good.
I want the treasure. Some people...
Do we, though?
I do.
How good could it be?
Very good.
I don't think it could be.
You're right, but I must.
I know. Why? Okay, it'll be one of those pots that just, like, melts and doesn't give you anything.
That would be the best case. I found a cupcake, Kaz. And a launch pad.
Good. What good are cupcakes?
I don't know.
Oh, this was the return. Okay.
Hole.
Well, more Floam Land. Or wait, no, that's a circus peanut. Brain digits?
We got the brain digits, which I think is a... Nope. Brain digits might be a thing. What the hell is brain digits?
What's an equipment?
Mini brains improve reaction times. So, +7 power. Okay, very weak. +50 speed.
Yikes. It's quite a reaction time. If we had some kind of, like, stun move, then that might be worth considering.
Okay, okay, let me look at this. What does Samsnosa's power go to when reduced to 23? Okay. But we could do like this plus the converter worm and just fucking blast spells.
And just have Samsnosa start blasting.
Yeah. So anyways, then I started blasting. We'll think about that. We could have gone further up outside, or we can go down the hole. I will leave it up to you.
I want in the hole. We're here now.
Hole Master Kaz.
It'll be easy to get to the like basic part of where we've been already.
A move.
All right, what gesture is this? Circular centipede. Gas.
Nematode interface.
Nematode interface. Sure.
And fix leaking on the target and the user. We're powering up our link mollusk.
Huh. Alright.
So, like, you combine that with the thing that gives you... Actually, does that already give you leaking? No, so you can put vulnerability, burning, and leaking on...
Just mollusk them over to the target.
Oh, this is the top of the drill. And I think we get back down by... Oh, okay, not that. So no, we just yeet ourselves off. And get a banana. Let's fight a Galliform. Okay, Desdemulin. I think think we're just crisping them. Pongo! Get him, Pongo! Man, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. The old 101 Dalmatians cartoon. The dog's name in that was Pongo.
Pongo. If I had that many dogs, I definitely would not name them.
I don't know if the puppies ever got named. And rightfully so.
I mean, it would take up most of the runtime of the movie just to do it.
See, now that starts to sound appealing. A 4-hour movie where 3 hours of it is naming each of the dogs.
It's still just 90 minutes. There's barely any plot. It's just like 55 minutes of naming puppies. Like, really considering it.
We'll roast this puppy.
I have recently taken a dislike to an otherwise harmless-seeming trend on the online.
Yeah.
The content aggregator site, which is to say Twitter account.
Yes.
Anything that's like, you know, cute cats daily or whatever similar thing.
Oh, they're all blatant thieves.
Yeah. Like, that's what's finally gotten me about it. It's like, oh, well, look at that. You just stole your content. Good. Thanks.
Oh, these guys are not haters. 5 more kilometers should do it. Drilling down. Oh, can I push this guy to the hole?
Can we bully you? Hold on. Hold on. I want to bully you. Shove. Out of bounds with you.
I've kind of gotten out of bounds once. I bet I could do it to you.
There's probably a way to do it.
Nodular extrusion requires massive catabolism. Okay, these are not TVs for me.
Yeah, or maybe those are televisions, but not monitors.
Can you believe it? No, can it be? You've brought Skull Bomb? Please grant us Skull Bomb. I guess it's okay. Now we're going to throw it, Kaz.
Go on, toss it in. It's what skull bombs are for.
This is what Skull Bombs are for. Just to go down a big hole.
So I guess if we had ever visited this place, he would have told us about Skull Bomb, and then later, when we actually got the Skull Bomb, we would remember, oh yeah, the drill site.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But there were nasty enemies here.
Yeah. Alright, what did that do?
Okay. It made a big hole.
Oh, with a rope.
Tied to a nail.
Well, you gotta tie it to something. What?
We're playing Legend of Grimrock, baby!
Oh, no. I, for some reason, did not expect to get taken into Grimrock. Oh, Lord.
There's an enemy.
Does the slap button function?
The only button that functions is the start menu. We get a new battle theme.
Of course. Why wouldn't there be an ancient labyrinth in the before times, in the bottom, in the land, in the hole?
I'm going to assume this fight's gonna suck.
Disruption. Ooh, nasty.
Yeah, kinda iced my ass. I got so many moves now. Is he foaming himself? No. Disiluding us. Oh, this is bad. I forgot what disillusion does when I charge it.
Does it all target?
Let's find out.
I thought it might all target, which is like very good.
Yeah, now that we know it, now that we've read what disillusion does. Yeah, we need to get our boy healed up.
Oh, the coiffed stalker. That's why he's so floppy. He's got the hairy coif. But yeah, this had to be like kind of a beating of a fight, right? Because this is post Skull Bomb.
Yeah. Okay, we need to kill a post dog.
Ugh, nasty.
Yeah, we're getting...
I guess limber truculent is not that big a deal, but or Silvamog. Man, it's hard to keep track.
I cannot do this. Well, let's just focus on killing some of them. Okay, that guy should be dead. Try to keep some of our people alive. We also came into this fight kind of damaged, which did not help. Oh, we are dead. We are so boned. In fact, we could just perish. Because I don't see how we're getting out of this.
Yeah.
Well, let's think. Is it worth spending items on? Probably.
I don't know. We can just hop right back in, right?
Yeah,
the first fight in the area.
This is the first fight in the area.
Gotta kind of think. Do we want to do like when we do this fight again? Do we want charged wavelet or just wavelet and then zap somebody else with stuff?
Not getting the slap bonus in the
Grimrock portion.
Yeah, that adds a layer to it.
That's true. But we're gonna go into the fight clean this time, which is
I also might try a different area and come back to that afterwards.
All right.
Because there was another spot that I found on accident that might have a thing there. And to get there, we're going to want to go to New Moldal, because that's the closest place to the airship landing. I found an island that just had a platforming challenge on it that led to a place. And I left because it was not the thing we were looking for. So now we know the drill site is there, and we know that it's going to beat our ass. We can come up.
Who would think that the drill site would ream us so badly? Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Use.
Kind of makes me want an orange. I could just eat an orange.
You could eat an orange. Have you ever eaten an orange, Kaz?
Yeah. I have. I used to do this thing, especially with clementine oranges,
You would eat the peel.
where I would. Well, yes, but first I would unwrap the entire peel, like in one spiral.
Yes.
It's really neat.
It's a good parlor trick. I am bad at it.
You unwrap the entire clementine, you eat the innards, you reassemble the clementine into like something that resembles an orange, and then you just eat that. And that's the conclusion of the trick.
My parlor trick involving fruit peels was less fun. Or if you gave me $5 and a banana, I would eat the whole thing except the stem. Yeah, I found this place, which also had a hole and a mysterious key.
Well, it seems like we want this to do this first. So we just blew up a hole in the
Oh shit!
The pre-accretion.
Yeah, got him.
Nice. Oh, so we know that the Fallen Wayne Warpo.
We want to harm the Warpo.
Blows up.
Yeah, so we will harm the Warpo, but I think we'll see what Soul Crisper does to Warpo, because it's basically free. Pongorma. It's kind of a waste not to use his MP. So let's time sigil the truculent. Do the wave.
All right. Warpo down.
Pullman multiplies because he is a shitter.
Well, I'm glad Pull-A-Main doesn't do that.
I think he does do that.
Oh, right. Seriously? Jeez.
I think we might have died a few times to that.
Splitting auto counter enemies, that's quite something.
Let's heal up a little bit. So I have access to lots of MP, so I should be using it when possible. Case in point. In fact, I think we've reached the juice portion of the fight, because he's going to die.
Right. It's kind of like my most recent Darkest Dungeon playthrough, where I would get to the battle to a point where it's like the enemy was definitely going to die from dots, and so I just wasted actions healing up as much as I could in the meantime.
Yeah. You have to do it so that the game doesn't know you're doing it. Yeah. Otherwise, oh my God,
no,
it's time, Kaz.
Please no. All right, Hylics 2. Mess me up. Well, I was about to ask, how much respect do you want to have for this minigame?
A little bit.
Because I was gonna say I don't want to have any, but
oh, there is shit over here.
even if I do like that animation, it's a pretty good one.
Magic carpet ride. Oh! The carpet goes in the direction I am facing. And then respawns eventually. So it's a limited,
And it doesn't go up and down? I guess not.
So I'm missing out on some bones by doing that. God damn it. Respect is gone.
Respect defeated.
Which means we can do this. I will know your secrets.
Banana.
How long will it let me do this?
I don't know. What if we're already up against a wall?
Oh, the background is still parallaxing. I hit the wall.
All right.
Where the lava
that far.
mirrors. You can go as
Oh,
far as the lava
found it.
mirrors.
All this land is yours, my son, as far as the lava mirrors. Ooh, what a trickster.
Okay, can I defeat the cannons? Yeah, but my shots don't go far enough.
The big money.
Don't know how much I care about bones. I like the crankshafts we've got though, those things, the augers. Look like the parts out of a meat grinder. Okay. Alright, we've got Mikolash here. Right, Mikolash becomes a platform. Let's go ahead and hit that safe spot.
That doesn't look like a particularly useful Mikolash.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think this is going to be the kind of thing where I have to go all the way to the right, and then it's going to give me the power to go even more left. Oh, that's the blue is not a platform. Yeah. Oh, this is the Mikolash you must make use of. Oh, the flag is the same as was at the Foglast.
Perhaps that is the flag of the hylemxylem?
Or at least the ones trying to get the accretion to happen. Okay.
It seriously doesn't go up if you just press up? It's wild.
Oh my god, it does.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a Dumas. So you could get to that part to the left that I jumped to, you would get by just making the carpet go slightly up.
Well,
there is stuff here.
okay.
But now I'm curious about what was left. Here's my save spot. So when I can just throw myself into the lava to go respawn over there. So let's see what's over to the left. God damn it. I didn't cancel my air dash in time. And my nose itches, so I have to keep stopping to scratch it.
Okay. We're approaching something from the bottom. Oh dear. Oh dear. This does not look tenable.
This might even been where we came from.
Yeah.
Well,
What? Oh.
I found something.
Oh, Lord. Now I'm really starting to hate this. It's huge.
Yeah, they made their level too big.
Like, look, we want to make use of absolutely all of the clay models that we made.
Or is this a bonus area? Yeah, this was at the start. Remember that big coin I couldn't... This is how you get to the big coin.
Big coin.
Give me lava, please.
Excellent.
I managed to find where the lava mirrored again.
Banana.
Yeah, there's bananas over there, which are one of our better healing items. So you can walk on the axles of the turly girlies, but not else. Just give me lava, please.
Oh, what the hell?
I found a lava chair.
Please, no. I think I would like this more if it didn't consist of so many blind jumps. Like maybe just if it zoomed out more or something.
Was smaller. If everything was smaller.
Yeah, I mean the first one of these was pretty compact. That was like decent.
Because I don't know if I want to go up or if I want to go over to this carpet. Or go right.
Well, this carpet at least leads us in a direction.
But that means I want to go like here, right?
Oh.
This brought me back to the save point.
I see. Alas.
Like, I don't know what that carpet was trying to tell me. If anything. And like this? What's this?
That looks like junk.
Yeah, that's how I got up there. That's how I got to that carpet. Was that how I was supposed to get over here?
Maybe.
We'll learn more about it when we come back when I miss the house key.
Like, even if this is supposed to be a way for you to get like a bunch more bones or whatever, like what do we even use bones on?
You can buy mini healing items with them, which is probably what I should have been doing with them. Or maybe we'll have a new use of bones when we go wherever it is we're supposed to go. But yes, I tend to agree. A burrito.
Is that just a burrito? Ah, that's a little upsetting. It totally is. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too upset. I was just hoping for a necessary key item or something, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Oh!
Ooh.
An arrow.
Alright. Oh no. Oh god. Well, I suppose that's something. Found the inn of this village.
I'm shooting the people who live here
Hmm.
because they're firing birds at me.
All right, that cannon's got legs. This was probably going to be a mini boss if we were
Oh yeah,
like playing fair.
yeah, but I'm not doing that.
Ah,
Okay, that looks like a goal.
hmm. How to in? How will we crack the code? You cracked the code.
Give it to me.
And now we're here.
That is the Wayne interface.
Hmm.
That's all. I found the end. Wayne is embraced by the Wayne interface.
Ooh. Becomes Throne Wayne. What?
He's just chillaxing.
I guess that's a kind of reward.
Yeah, you become Cubone. Beach Cubone. Well,
So theoretically, that did something, right?
yes.
Holy smokes! A key.
Found
The
deep key.
Right. Okay. God, that went on for so long that I forgot there was even a thing.
Key to a door in a maze deep underground. Well,
All right.
I'm glad
We
we
kinda
can.
needed this.
Yeah, we
My God, we would have gone through those like brutalizing fights and gotten to some door we couldn't open.
Yes.
Oh Lord. Well, good work.
Whew, good work,
You
team.
sure did things in an order.
Yeah, my intuition, I don't know, I just wanted to do something different, but my intuition was secretly telling me I would need that.
Yeah. No, I mean you opened your third eye and witnessed the deepest mysteries hidden within the underground.
So I think this was necessary.
Yeah. Pangorma.
Talk to her
Keep it
about her
on
hat. Still have our larval Wayne with us.
I am still glad about petting the larval Wayne. That's pretty smart.
Okay. I want to.
So yeah, how are we doing vis-a-vis battle readiness?
Let me look. We could use a heal. I'll go back to the afterlife. But I want to look around some. Because I want to see where everything is. To see what everything is. Is there anywhere else I can go? Because I could come up here.
Well, this is like the end game area for sure.
I would tend to believe, yeah.
That simply must be the place where we ultimately end up and use the powerful gesture of the sages to put an end to hylemxylem once and for all.
Here's new modal. I don't remember what this was.
That was the radio tower that provided a shield for
Fog glass.
Koozies. Yeah, Foglast, yeah.
That's antenna land. Yeah, I think we are going into the dungeon.
Whew. It will be a beer.
Which means I think I'm going to try some things. What do I have that increases speed the most in a gear? Probably this.
Plain old rancher poncho. Well, you know, that's fitting for some Snooza anyway.
And you can use the converter worm, which will
Sweet.
let me use lightning more. Plus, he's got low will, but flesh to spare. And then you'll make use of your, yes, you'll make use of your cursed gloves, both in the wave dashing, and I also think by, you'll also make use of it. We're going to try out the linked mollusk.
Yes.
I think you're done with that. I can give you the organ for it. You've got the telescopic sleeve. Oh! Yeah, okay. So I could just combine that with the looped dome for, like, a lot. But the organ for it is just, like, good. Actually, I wonder if I don't have that backwards. Well, either Pungorma or Sam Snosha should have the cursed gloves, because they have the offensive moves. Could be Wayne. But anyways. Let's abandon our airship in the air.
Is this safe?
It will be if I do this.
Ah. Yeah. That's kind of what I was fishing for. Having been burned by the mini crystal.
Yeah, just don't do this one. Do this one. And it takes you back to Wayne House.
Just a menu option that ruins you.
Actually, I want to go down. There's a locked door in the afterlife that remains mysterious.
Someday.
Maybe the labyrinth will lead here.
Yeah, it just lets us out in the afterlife.
I got stuck on your lemongrass. Okay, so we're gonna go to the labyrinth. And how many antennas do I have? 10? We'll go to TV Island then.
Simple enough to teleport there.
So, yeah, we're just going to go up, drop off our antennas.
There. Power 61. How about that?
Went up 3. Back we go.
Yeah, that's minorly obnoxious. Why couldn't it just put you back at the pool?
Because I think going in the slime kills you.
Oh, well...
Or does it? I don't know. We are going to New Moldal. So we have some battle stratagems now. We have many more new moves that I'll have to keep track of. We have ability to use slow. And I should just use my multi-juices willy-nilly. Because juice is cheap. And thus, multi-juice is cheap. But the body foam will... We can combine foam with our powerful cursed gloves.
Yeah, here's hoping that Link Mollusk pays off.
Yeah, Link Mollusk should be cool. And there might be more Galliforms for us to fight here, but maybe not. We might have killed all of them. Hope we didn't.
Oh.
And enemies don't seem to respawn, and they're your way of getting more powerful.
Yeah, I suppose. The only reason I'm down on it is because it's like yet more trouble in our way, right? Oh. One of these. Yep, that's extra land for you. Well, we do have a permacaft party member, so...
I know, I took off the,
Oh.
Yeah, I took off the coffee chip, but I put on the organ for it, but we were clean, so we didn't take the save.
Oh, I see. Ooh, maybe the clean would be a reason to go right into the dungeon, but
that would be...
I can't imagine that there's exactly one fight in there. That would be silly.
Okay, and we'll stick you in the time sigil. And start juicing. I think the game gave me yet another form of poison. There's a worm thing that was on Gorma.
We didn't even try out the Link Mollusk. We have more things to try. How about that?
I can't eat anything from the... Yeah, not being able to use items out of the menu is kind of a huge bummer.
No eating off the menu in Hylics 2.
Down we go.
Do you want to save? Can we save in the labyrinth?
We can. And I think we can just leave by ascending the rope. The grope of rope will lead you out. And then you can do whatever you need to. Out we go. Back into the pool. Yeah, pressing all of my buttons, none of them do anything, so we cannot get the slap. But I'm in for a revenge match. And of course they go after some Snosa. Okay.
Permaburn Permavuln. Interesting.
Yeah, that's from her... Oh, that's why the juice didn't work. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe Link Mollusk won't do it. I don't know. Maybe now isn't the time to test that.
I think now is exactly the time to test it. So we're going to charge foam. Oh, that worm is the converter worm. I see. Okay, so now we will try out the Link Mollusk.
Yeah, it hits everybody?
Yes.
Oh.
Behold!
Yo! The future once again in the hands of man indeed.
Let's use the foam armor. Get the riot foam up. Okay, and then you're basically out.
I can't wave artifice, I see.
Yeah, I can't wave artifice.
Well,
so let's just.
Bottomless juice is always useful.
Yeah, but she's dying as well. So.
Oh well, okay.
If I don't heal her, she'll die to her burn. Then I think you're going to multi-juice. Which means I'm going to want to kill that other post dog. Oh, and you still haven't had your turn yet. So don't want to use Soul Crisper. You've already... So I want to attack you. Okay. Things have greatly simplified.
Yeah, like burn vuln all is that's kind of big. It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Let's use Time Sigil. And the fight will start to take care of itself. Okay, some Snosa died, but it's fine. That'll kill you. And he cupcaked himself, so he's no longer burn vulned.
Hmm.
He's going to fall as...
Spectrant.
And the Spectrant's pretty nasty, so we want to kill the coiffed stalker, I've learned.
Hmm. Well, it's like the new thing, right? So it kind of stands to reason that it would be the danger.
Okay, let's heal party some. And then we'll do some juice party. See how many turns we're getting. Well, he's asleep. That's why.
Oh, I mean, this is definitely the time to, item up their bottomless juice. How pricey are our pick-me-ups? Whatever those are called.
The soul sponges.
Hmm.
I don't know if I can buy them.
Oh.
How many do I have?
8.
What's my...
3 multi-soul sponge.
Yeah,
maybe not worth it then.
So I should look at my...
The thing is, this guy's going to be asleep for a while, alright?
Yeah,
and
so
we're kind of in the dungeon, and we don't have healing items outside of battle, so... Those are my thoughts.
I just double Paromber Blimmed. That was bad. Okay, the dissolution eventually wore off. We've learned that status effects eventually wear off. It just takes some time. As I'm here heal partying with my... And then I will punch the guy and he will die. I kind of want to go see if I can buy soul sponges. Because we're right at the entrance.
Is this guy gonna stay dead?
I think enemies have.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a ladder.
Okay, I presume that something important drew no bit no way.
I had to find out which was my mute button so I could cough.
Oh, gotcha.
That's all that happened. Yeah, then we leave through here. Actually, we can test to see if the guy comes back, because if the guy came back, I could theoretically just fight him forever, gaining infinite meat.
I suppose that's true.
We're gonna try this. I want to move like I move in Grimrock. Okay, he's dead. But it's, always save before using the mini crystal.
Yeah, you never know when you might click on the wrong chat option. And then your burn spell that's supposed to clear away a blocker for lethal instead makes you draw 2, discard 2.
That was the most angry I had ever been at a punt. Because they had played the 3/3 double strike life gain angel. And I was just going to kill it for 2 mana and then absolutely overwhelm them. But instead, I am forced to discard 2 extremely valuable cards. And then draw lands afterwards. And I was like, oh my god, no.
Oh,
Why would you do this to me?
Oh man, designing for online indeed.
Well, I lost last night to that. Because of
the
decay trigger.
Like, the zombie thing. This mistake that would literally never happen in paper Magic.
It would never happen, and it was the correct thing to do. Like, if I was in a race situation, I needed to get my damage out of my cards.
Yeah, there was like 6 whole damage that turn.
And then instead I lose, and then I make some questionable plays after that, but that doesn't matter as much. Where am I going? New Moldal. I want to see if I can buy...
Yeah.
For 1, that's where we're going anyways, and for 2, I want to see if I can buy Soul Sponges.
Soul Sponge. I kind of doubt it because it's so powerful, but...
Just like Phoenix Down. Well, Phoenix Down in a game where you resurrect after you win the fight. So, I don't know, but you're probably right. So, we'll try all the shops.
Yeah. It kind of depends on the game, right? Like, if you're playing a game where the Phoenix Down item is super cheap, then that's kind of a warning sign, right?
Yeah. I could just funnel all of my bones into muscle appliques.
But you know what? Like, considering the scale of the game, that would not be the worst idea.
I can buy... They cost 12.
Wow. All right, load us up.
20 is enough.
Do you want to combine them into multi-soul sponge?
I will make some multi-soul sponge.
Okay.
And then I will buy some muscle appliques.
I don't think you can go back up the chute.
No, you can't. It'd be convenient if you could, but the chute is one way.
There were the other holes that you could, so that's like, it's not unreasonable to think that that might work that way.
It's a chute, not a ladder.
Well.
How many
So we're down to 8 soul sponges and
6 multi-soul sponges. Where's the soul sponge even at on this page? Down here, 8. And we'll go buy some more, because they are cheap. And you get them at the coffee shop.
Yeah, it's the sponge to wipe down the table after you're done with your coffee.
We'll use 12. we will buy some muscle applique. We won't go crazy on him, though. We'll buy 3. Oh. I will not buy 3.
Ah, we'll buy the one that is on offer, and then apply it.
Pangorma.
It's kind of fine on anyone, right?
And we all attack.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
much
not like
more.
we have like a build or party dynamics. The same Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, we kind of do, but we also kind of don't. I had to learn. I had to remember how to play healer today after having not healed in a raid that I had never done before. Turns out that Scholar is spoiled because the fairy will do most of. You could probably in a lot of raids, literally do nothing and no one would notice because you're fairy.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, okay.
Oh well, like all the people running their like DPS trackers that are completely illegal to use, but no one talks about it.
Yeah.
They would know, but they can't say anything, or else they admit to their crimes, which is how you always get away with it.
Plus, yeah, you have like 4 other healers there covering for your ass. And that was the important thing I did, is the white mage died. So I used Swift Cast Raise.
Yay!
That's all you had to do.
Good work. Yeah, either doing that or like, I don't know, using Limit Break 3 when things go to shit. That's all you really need to do.
I still hardly ever know when to use limit breaks. I know the most player comms I always get as Red Mage are when you end up using Raise as Red Mage.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay.
No, Red Mage is the primo raise class at the levels where Red Mage actually has it.
Your foes assemble.
Okay.
And we got this fucking guy, the nonconformist.
Isn't it just... I think he's using a mollusk. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got gloves. Okay, Desdemoulin. We're gonna treat every fight like it's scary, which means we
just
charge foe.
like do your powerful things. Like, I think there's no reason to not at this point, really.
We'll start up with the Link Mollusk.
Poor Shacktool has been howling for me for a while. I wonder if he's okay.
You can go check on
I
him if you want.
factually know that he is okay. He just complains a lot.
Let's say after this fight we're done. We've reached the we have reached the
2-hour
mark.
That's true.
Pangorma. I'll also have you charge up. We can charge lightning. Ah, casting Vuln on the person already Vuln.
Could use your turn.
Okay, that's the bad move.
Yep, the Spectrant.
Okay, charge foam. Really, the clean was really good there because it kept the dissolution from the thing from landing. Grape shot. Okay, glad I got the foam off in time. Okay, I'm starting to see a problem. If I do Link Mollusk with Samsnosa, she can't wave Artifice afterwards.
Yeah, we would have to up her will with something.
Yeah, so maybe
that's for someone else.
So maybe it's Wayne who needs to be on the curse train.
Maybe. Either that or we just accept that that's our life and work some juice into the mix.
Yeah. Like I could have had her charge there, and then next turn on Desdemoulin's turn he could juice. Yeah, that sounds like the actual answer.
Okay. Okay, we'll keep it in mind. We have this one pretty much sewn up at this point.
Okay, we'll let the Selmavog live so that I can juice party. Just to speed things up. Bring out the multi-juice.
Man, is this really how spoiled we are by getting the slap turns?
Yes.
Wow.
I think that's the only Peromber Blimp I have to do.
This is the ancient dungeon in a time before slapping.
You didn't used to have to slap as ability.
Truly an invention of the modern age.
So we
slap.
It's a closet. Oh. Perfect.
That is definitely what we wanted. Well, hope you were doing good navigation, because with a reduced frame rate, I have a much harder time telling where you're going and where you've been in, like, Rimrock land.
So we'll have to, I have graph paper. That is a thing I could do.
Hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully we can just use the age-old algorithm and just maze solve.
Sage Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
I'll save and call it a night. So today was the day of secrets, both secrets I knew and secrets I didn't know.
That's kind of good. I think we did the appropriate amount of looking shit up.
Yeah, because
I'm happy about that.
Some of that I should have gotten, some of that I would not have ever gotten, and some of that we are going to get. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks to Kiwi for the sub earlier. Thanks for Kaz for joining me on this game.
Aye aye.
Good night.